Hi, I'm Emma from Explore with Em and Stu. Now, I know you're all completely sick of talking about it, but today I'm going to talk to you about the word that appears to be on everybody's lips at the moment. As you know, there is a pandemic that is spreading throughout the whole planet at the moment that appears just to be completely unstoppable. I've no doubt that in years to come, when you've got your little grandchild with you and you're telling him about all the different crises that we've been through, it won't be the millennium bug that we were all scared our computers were going to explode. It won't be that we thought the world was going to end in 2012. No, it will be the unstoppable virus that appeared to affect every single human on the planet in 2020. That was, of course, toilet roll hoarding. Now, we do understand that people are really concerned about this virus and they feel the only way they can get through it is just to surround themselves by bog roll. But please stop worrying. Toilet paper has actually only been around for about the last 150 years, and we definitely managed fine before then. So today, I'm going to use my basic survival skills to try and share with you as many tips as I can to finding alternatives to the elusive toilet paper. Alright, so I'm going to start my search in the kitchen, and I'm sure if I rummage around hard enough, I'll be able to find something of use. So let's start with the obvious. We've all got one. It's the cupboard under the sink. Alright, so just after a few seconds of looking, I found a huge array of products, which I'm sure I don't need to state the obvious as to how these can be useful. If, like me, you've got a habit of buying a packet of kitchen sponges and then forgetting you bought them, so you buy another one, and then you buy another one, and before you know it, you've got the things coming out of your ear rolls. But this has certainly paid off this time. So I'm not too sure about these ones. Maybe it might be like wiping your backside with a cheese grater, so I think we'll give those a miss. But these ones, definitely useful tip number one. But after you finish using it, just give it a little rinse under the tap, pop it on the side in the bathroom. You might want to use a separate one for each family member if you're picky, but one of these lasts each person weeks. And in actual fact, I think this is probably better than toilet paper, because at least you can feel as if you're doing your bit for the environment and saving the rainforest. So there you go. There you go, even better. Do you think you'll notice if this goes missing? Okay, so if, like me, you're into a bit of baking, you might have some of this in your cupboard. I've had this box for years. You know, I think I bought it once, never used it again. So I don't think I'll miss it, but definitely fantastic contender for toilet paper. In fact, if you're an 80s kid, again like me, you might remember them having this sort of stuff in the toilets at school. And in fact, this is a lot smoother than the stuff that we had in our toilets at school. So I certainly wouldn't have a problem with using it. So there you go, grease-proof paper, sorted. Right, so the next idea, bread. It's soft, it's fairly strong, it's certainly absorbent, and many of you have been stockpiling it. No doubt it'll end up in the bin. So before it goes stale, fantastic. You probably only need one sheet each time you go. A loaf like that probably lasts a person, what, 2 or 3 days? No, you're not going to be able to flush it down the toilet, fair enough. You know, you'll have to pop it in a little bin in your bathroom or something, but still, brilliant idea. Yeah, anything in there? No, I don't think so. Right, so I've been looking around my kitchen now and I'm trying to be as imaginative as I can. I'm starting to find it a bit hard now to come up for ideas, but I've just spotted this. Tea bags. And I thought, maybe, could I? Had a look. Oh, they're just literally little bags made from tissue anyway. And that's actually got a really good texture on it. I don't think the actual tea in it really makes much difference. I'm certainly sure that all the little creatures that live down the sewers will probably appreciate that. I got a box of 200 of these. What, maybe 1 for each wee, maybe 3 for a number 2. I reckon you've got enough in there to last you easily 2 to 3 days. Sorted. Right, so bear with me here. I've been having a rummage around the cupboards to see what I can find, and I've come across these. We've all got them, probably loads of them, if anything like me. So I thought, you know, could I use this one? You know, so I had a little look. And to start with, brilliant fabric. You know, certainly do the job, but that's probably not going to be much good. Maybe the bigger ones. I suppose you could use them. This might be a good idea. You know, old Elastoplast, wrap a little bit around your fingers, bit of a wipe, sorted. You know, unpeel it, stick it in the bin. But definitely, this is a good contender for an alternative toilet roll. Okay, so I know it's obvious, but these can do. They're actually made to wipe your bum with anyway. And it seems as if people are missing a treat here, because I went in Tesco yesterday and they had hundreds and hundreds of packets of it. You can even flush these particular ones because they're biodegradable. So again, you can't get your toilet paper, which I'm not going to lie, I do have some. Don't tell anyone. Then bum wipes, for goodness sake. How obvious is that? Of course, cotton wool balls. Sorted. Nah, probably not. Okay, so I'm starting to find it hard to come up with ideas now, but I had a rummage under the coffee table and I came across this. Obviously, that's no good for anybody now. So unless you want to keep it for nostalgia purposes, you've got pages and pages of soft glossy paper, probably enough to last you at least a week. So why not give it a go? Now I know this is a really obvious one. In fact, some of you folks probably remember or even still use this. Now where I come from, we're lucky enough to have this put through our door every single week, free of charge. In fact, the only thing it's probably any good for is toilet paper. So no, you can't flush it down the chain, but it'll certainly get you out of a crisis. Okay, so as you can see, I've come outside and I'm not going to pretend that this is actually a new trick. Of course not. People have been using toilet paper from nature since time began, basically. All right, but I've done some research, okay, and this might be a good tip for some of you wild campers out there as to basically what to use when you get stuck for no toilet paper out there in the wilderness. So I'm looking for something that's thick, something that's tough, smooth, maybe fuzzy, obviously avoiding spikes and thorns and stuff, you know, the obvious stuff. All right, so avoid nettles, giant hogweed is probably a good one to avoid, and poison ivy, obviously. So I'm going to go and have a little look around and see if I can find anything of any use. Okay, so according to my research on old Google, I'm looking for things like corn lily, thimbleberry, woolly lamb's ear or mallow. Now, I'm not looking at anything here that I can probably use. You know, none of these leaves are large. They're all quite waxy. Don't think they're probably going to do the job. Certainly not the daffodils over there. Oh, I don't know, this one might be of some use. Soft, very soft in fact, and strong. Maybe not that one. Okay, so unfortunately I wasn't overly successful looking in my garden for natural toilet paper, but I did have a little rummage around the neighbour's garden, and I was able to find a few things that I think I could definitely use as a substitute for toilet paper. Dock leaf, I'm pretty certain that that's not poisonous or harmful, and some other sort of leaf. It's large, it's fairly furry, I'm sure it'll certainly do the job. And these are also good tips to know if you're wild camping or just out on a day walk and you get caught short. It's always really useful information to have stored up in your head. Not only during this particular crisis, but when this is all over and done with, I'm sure one day you might just get caught short while you're out on your day walk and you'll be looking for something to use. So hopefully having that little bit of knowledge about natural toilet paper will certainly be helpful at some point in your life. Okay, so I think I'm probably out of ideas for things I can find at home, so I'm going to jump in my car and pop down the local shops and see what I can find there. Right, so I've just popped in at the petrol station. Needless to say, no toilet roll there. But I've had a look around and you'll be amazed what you can find when you're looking. Okay, so look what I've just spotted. Paper towels, absolutely free. As many as you want. Must be at least 2 or 3 days worth there to sort you out. And even better, gloves. We're all trying to be extra careful at the moment. So free, yet again, pick as many as you want. That's me sorted for a couple of days. Okay, so I'm lucky enough not to be self-isolating at the moment, although this is the last afternoon that I've got free before I become a full-time teacher to 3 kids. You have my sympathy. Anyway, so I've come over to my local retail park. Now this would be my usual haunt for toilet paper. But no doubt the virus has already spread here and the pandemic of the toilet roll hoarding has already stripped the shelves bare. But with an array of other products on offer, I'm sure we can probably find something. Right, so I've just snipped over to Argos, and needless to say, they don't actually sell toilet paper in there anyway. But I walked through the door, and literally straight away, what caught my eye, is these stacks and stacks of books full of glossy, smooth paper. You know, cut a load out, stick it on a string, hang it in your bathroom. Sorted. Not much different to what the old folk used to have to do anyway with the newspaper. Alright, no, you can't flush them, so you'll have to scrunch it, stick it in your bin. But still, if you get completely stuck, then why not? And, even better, look, the little slips that they sell. Well, they don't sell, they give away, obviously. Again, pop a little hole through it, just hang it there. You know? Right, it's not the softest stuff, but if you're really desperate, well, you know, it's an idea. Right, well, I'm now going to go and see what I can find in Pets at Home. So I'm just in my local Pets at Home, and you'll be amazed actually what you can find in here. Look, on the shelves just here, look. Stick on a stick, absolutely fine. This is basically just toilet roll anyway. And if you get really stuck, straw on a stick, well, that's an idea anyway. Scrunchies and sponges galore. Good old fashioned soap and water, nothing wrong with that. Alright, well I know it's obvious, but hey, if you get really stuck, there's always baby wipes. Just a thought, expensive way of doing it, but if you get really stuck, it's certainly an idea. Alright, so I've come to the arts and crafts section, and look what they've got on the shelf. Tissue, paper. You know, it's exactly what you need, isn't it? Cut it up into strips, 59 pence, look. Jesus Christ, absolute bargain. And if not, if you get really stuck, again, put a bit on a stick, sorted. I mean, you might even get away with flushing this if you're really lucky. So there you go, there's another idea for you. Ooh, look what I've just spotted. Maybe not. A little something to get you through all those long days at home tutoring. No, mustn't be distracted. Right, carry on the search. Well, looks like people have missed a treat. Look, stacks and stacks of serviette tissues just sitting there on the shelf. Look, 49p a packet, probably enough to last you, what, a couple of weeks? Goodness me. Anyway, probably again not flushable, but certainly a better alternative to the old kitchen roll that everyone's sticking down the toilet. So home bargains, come and get it. Well, as you can see, I literally only had to pop over just to a couple of shops, and there, right in front of you, was hundreds of different ideas to clean your backside with. So seriously, there is no need to run out there and grab all the toilet rolls off the shelves. We're certainly not going to be walking around with crap dripping from our We'll be fine, don't worry. Alright, so I hope you found all my really useful tips helpful. I'm just trying to share all my useful survival skills with you guys in the hope that in the next couple of weeks we'll be through all of this nonsense, and the only issue we'll be left with is to whether to build a life-size scale model of Windsor Castle or the Eiffel Tower with the 20 years supply of toilet roll we've got now clogging up our garages. So anyway, I appreciate you watching, and until the next time, bye!